Hello for the last morning from Sark. I packed up this morning, had breakfast, and now the ferry, I have to be at the ferry in like an hour and change-ish. So I figured I'd just do a final little like walk through the village, pop in a shop or two, and then head down to the ferry port. So that's what we're gonna do. So I've literally gone like the equivalent of a block and a half, and there's so many more people here than I'm used to. So hot tip, if you want to avoid the crowds, come to Sark during the week, not on the weekends. So when I got here, I used the pedestrian footpath, which is basically just a hiking trail. It's like through forested areas and stuff. It runs parallel to this road. But so going down, I have like an hour until the ferry leaves, but I should probably be there like half hour early. So or at least I want to be there half an hour early. The boat people say 15 minutes. So I basically am like a half an hour early from when I want to be there, but I figure it takes like 10-15 minutes to walk down. At least that's what it took me to walk up. It's probably going to be a little quicker because I'm walking down, obviously. And I'm taking the road and not the footpath, because the footpath is, like I said, a hike, and I don't have that in my soul today. So I also kind of woke up with like a weird little bit of vertigo, and knock on wood, it's getting a little better. I think I might have been dehydrated from yesterday, but I don't want to be over the river and through the woodsing it if I'm feeling this way. So road walking it is. Hopefully there's no tractors trying to run me over or anything. Okay, so 2 cents on Sark. I would definitely come here again. I don't know if that's in the cards for next summer, but like summertime in the future, I would definitely come here again. Things I would do differently: I would take the tractor bus up the hill when you get off the ferry. I don't feel like I need it going down, like unless I had reduced mobility, or it was like absolutely like pouring rain or something like that. I don't feel like I'd need it. If you have reduced mobility, stuff like that, you definitely need it. I would rent an electric bike is the other thing I do differently. And now that I have a better sense of like the restaurants and stuff, I don't know that I would actually make reservations. Like for the ones that are a little bit like more popular or posh, I might try to, make a reservation for one of the nights or something, but I don't think I'd try to book myself up, honestly. So that's a little bit of both, what I would not do differently and what I would. Things that I would definitely not change. I would stay at the same B&B. Sandy and John are lovely. I love that it's literally just one room, so it's not like there's any other guests. The view is stunning. All that stuff is great. I would 100% stay with them again in a heartbeat. Sea Mist B&B. And honestly, I think one thing that I would do the same, one thing that I change is yesterday I kind of had a chill day, right? And I didn't really do much besides like be a lizard, and I would have more days like that. I walked the island, I did that, and I'm content. So that's what. Also, this is the little harbor that's right next to the ferry one. Definitely you could go swimming here. Look how clean the water is and clear. So pretty. And there's the lighthouse that I can't get to anymore. I think that is the building that I saw the roof to coming over there. Welcome back to Guernsey. I just put my big bag in left luggage for the next like 4 hours. My plan, it's noon, is to get some lunch and then go check out the Castle Cornet, which is, I can't see it, but it's back there. It's behind me. Right at the edge there, you can kind of see a little bit of it. So that museum ticket I bought when I was in Guernsey last gets me into there too. So I'm gonna go check it out. I'm assuming that's gonna probably kill a couple hours. Maybe I'll, you know, grab some dinner, take on the boat with me, and then I'll get on the ferry to Jersey. I needed Asian food. Okay, like all Asian food I've ever had outside of the US and Asia. It was weird. I think there was like a star anise or something that was like overpowering the soy sauce broth. But, you know, it's also a lot of ginger. It wasn't bad, it was just weird. So I'm gonna go to Castle Cornet now. I'm gonna hope that that rain cloud doesn't open up on me. And we'll see how we go. So I've come to the conclusion this isn't really a me type of museum. It's all like very focused on like military stuff. And I mean, I understand it's a barracks, but like I thought it'd be a little bit of like the history of the barracks with the town, but it's like, and here's this gun that this happened, and here's, you know, this, like there's a small bit of the barrack stuff, but a lot of it's like very specific to like gun and artillery stuff. So there's an audience for this, definitely. It's not me. So I'm sitting on this bench in the shade, looking at the harbor, and I'm quite content here. So I think I'll probably sit here for a little bit longer, and then maybe go walk along the wall a little bit, and then I might be done. It's only about like 2:15, 2:20 though, and my boat doesn't leave until 5:30. So I think I want to stay here at least until 3, and then I have to mail a postcard, and I want to get something for dinner because I'll probably try to eat like right as I'm boarding, because I probably won't be able to eat on the boat itself. So yeah, that's the plan. Kind of looks like a ship. Very tip top. I found some more lovely sitting places. There's that side, and there's this side. They have a sea pool. Check it out. It's like fancy too. If it were a little warmer and I had all my swimming stuff, that could be on the table. I have to say, Guernsey is a lot nicer in the sun than it is in the pouring rain, or even whatever this weather is, partly cloudy, partly sunny, I don't know. Well, they have multiple pools. There's one over there too. And that looks like steps into the sea. And there's like little stone beaches over there. I need a little afternoon pick-me-up treat. And look, I still have a lovely view. I think that's Herm, maybe? I think so. So low tide, wild. Okay, I ran all my errands and I have like some food for dinner. I mailed my postcard, I picked up my bag, and now I'm walking to check in for my next ferry. So, a little bad news. I went to check in for the ferry, and apparently they canceled the ferry and book me on the next one. They claim that they texted me 2 days ago. I never got the text, and there's other people here that also never got notified of this change. So instead of getting in at 7:30 p.m., I'm going to now be getting in at like 9, which means I won't get to my Airbnb until like 10 if I'm lucky. And I feel kind of bad because the person who's hosting me is like waiting to check me in, and you know, I was already going to get there a little late. Now it's even later, and I just messaged her, so hopefully she checks that. But like, I've always been kind of hesitant to book with Condor, and I don't know why. Like, I've always just had like this thing in the back of my head of being like, if I have another option, let's do that. And like, these people, like, they're a big ferry company. Like, they, you know, they have ferries all over. But I've just like always had a thing. And so this time, like, there was no real other option that I could make work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna book with Condor. And this is the experience. So maybe I should trust my gut about these sorts of things going forward. Made it through security into the waiting terminal. The boat isn't even here yet. It's 5:10. The boat leaves in 2 hours. So this is just my home for 2 hours now. Well, I'm on the boat. We still don't leave for a little bit, but I've scoped it out. There seems to be an upper deck, but it's completely like roped off, so I'm not sure if it's only for the passengers who have cabins. There's also like you know, seating area, but it's all like restaurants and stuff like that. There's like lounges and stuff, but you have to have special passes to get into them. So the only place where I can consistently see the horizon that is not cordoned off by something is this outside viewing deck. So I might be standing here for 2 hours. We'll see. Okay, good news is we left a little early. And I think that's Jersey. I thought it was Alderney for a bit, but it's too big to be Alderney.
Good evening, may I have your attention, please? Last call.
And we have a pretty good view of Sark here. So you can kind of see that little green triangle right there. I think that's the La Coupe. And then this would be Little Sark right there. And that's the end where I was most of yesterday. And then that's Greater Sark. And the first day that I was there, I would have walked out to there, the like Cascade or whatever. And then the place where I was staying would be on the other side. So this is perhaps the slowest ferry ever. I've literally been able to see Jersey almost the entire way. About an hour in, I think. But it's pretty flat, so knock on wood, my seasickness isn't terrible, but yeah, it's very slow.
The one that ain't gone into the Oscar picture.
Oh yeah. Well, I've made it to Jersey. First impressions, it's a lot more modern, glass building-esque than Guernsey or definitely Sark. Sorry, Garson Street. It definitely feels more French. Like there's way more French, like coming off the ferry. Things are written in English and in French. Signs like this is La Rue de la Libération, which is not how you pronounce it in French, but it's how it's spelled. So yeah, I'll be interested to see if that holds. Like as I was doing research, it seemed like that was the case, that this island was a little bit more Frenchy, like French-like, I should say. So, okay, trying to get a shabash. Here's my little Airbnb room. Not fancy, but everything I need. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the view is tomorrow. It's probably a wall.